The following information is presented by the University of North Georgia Student Counseling Department. This video addresses skills to increase motivation. Motivation is a process. It is not an aim. On the contrary, it is a tool that helps us to reach our aim. Motivation is what gets you going and keeps you going. However, lack of motivation still constitutes a problem for many students. The following information will provide you with some basic tips for enhancing your motivation. When you are building skills, practice and consistency are key. Think of motivation like a muscle that you are trying to strengthen. The first skill is remember your why. When you're lacking the motivation to study, it helps to remember why you're undertaking the degree or course in the first place. Ask yourself: 1. Why did this type of study initially interest you? 2. What do you most enjoy about it? 3. What do you hope to achieve when you finish? Being able to articulate your why will help you set long-term goals. It's one of the most powerful motivators when you don't feel like studying. One key tip is to imagine your life in the future once. Picture how your qualification will help you succeed. Come back to this image whenever you're lacking in study motivation. The second skill is to set clear goals. Put together a list of goals that motivate you. These can be small goals or big goals. It's good to have a mix of both. For example, let's say you have an essay that you need to get done for an assignment. Rather than having write the essay as a goal, break it down into smaller chunks. 1. Your goal for the day might be to select readings you want to reference. 2. Then the next time you sit down for study, your task could be to pull key points out of the readings. 3. Bit by bit, you'll get the essay complete. It may even be helpful to set up a vision board, so you have something to look to when you're lacking motivation. The third skill is to celebrate small study goals. Don't save rewards for the big goals. Celebrate completing your smaller study goals too, to help maintain motivation. Some ideas are to: 1. See a movie on the weekend if you complete your study goals for the week. 2. Schedule time with friends if you get an assessment done before the deadline. You can also motivate yourself with larger goals, if it's a method that works better for you. Maybe you want to upgrade your computer or phone and decide to only do so if you get a good grade on an overall course. The fourth skill includes creating an encouraging study space. It's not just about how you study, where you study is equally as important. Your study spot needs to be somewhere comfortable, where you can sit for prolonged hours without getting distracted. You may find it best to study in a place that is naturally quiet, such as a library. It could be helpful to mix up your study locations. Try studying in a cafe, or if the weather is nice, at a park. If you prefer to study at home, make sure you create a space that is clean and organized. Make it your designated study space, so when you settle in, you know you're there to get work done. Finally, the last two skills include fake it until you make it and the Pomodoro method. Starting to study before you feel motivated can be difficult. However, the action of simply starting can lead to motivation, which then leads to more action. Sometimes you just have to sit down and start studying, instead of waiting for motivation to kick in. And lastly is the Pomodoro technique. This technique is a good one to use when you need to study but lack motivation. Simply put, you 1. Commit to 25 minutes of study. 2. Take a break for 5 to 10 minutes. 3. Repeat this 4 times. 4. Take a longer break. By using this technique, you can begin to understand how long a task will take and organize your time around it. You can customize this method to suit you and your specific goals. For more information on motivation skills, please contact Student Counseling at 706.867.4402.